Tomorrow, actually.
Oh. So what's up?
I'm so upset, Kat. Like, it's not cool. I'm so upset.
What happened?
Okay, you don't even know. So, last semester I had some trouble with one of my classes,
Yes.
right? And I went to my professor multiple times, like, during the semester, because I was like, I really need help. And every single time I went up to him, he was kind of, like, standoffish, and he was like, just do these things. And, like, he gave me the sheet of paper every single time that had, like, 10 steps to passing my class or whatever. And he was like, if you just do all these things and do all the objectives and all that stuff, like, you'll pass. And so I did all of the things that he told me to, and then I didn't. And so I was like, okay, well, one step at a time. Like, I found out that I didn't pass, and then this semester I was like, well, I have to retake it for my program. And so I went to my advisor, and I was like, I really need some help. Like, it's not, like, I didn't pass, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do. And she was like, okay, well, here's this database thing, and you have to look through it, and then find, like, a school and, like, send him a syllabus and just hope that he says yes to it. And I was like, okay, well, it, like, sounds, like, simple enough because, like, I live in California and there's, like,
plenty of science schools.
Yeah, there's, like, so many that are right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, there should be no reason that I can't do this. And I must have sent him, like, 8, like, courses from 8 different schools. And he was like, none of these are okay. They're not my course. I'm not going to okay the credit transfer. You have to, like, find something else.
That's the worst.
No, it's like, no, just no. And I was like, I was so irritated because it's like, I literally don't know what to do. Like, I asked you for help so many times in the first semester, and you were just, like, kind of just, like pushed me aside and was like, just do all these things, and, like, you'll be fine. And even when I expressed how concerned I was that I wasn't going to do well, you kind of just, he was just sort of like, yeah, like, if you do these things, like, you'll be fine. And I was like, I am doing all of these things. Like, I wouldn't come here.
That's so annoying.
It was so irritating. And I was like, what, like, I was
like, you're doing everything that you can.
I was doing everything that I could. And he, like, he kept telling me that I needed to keep doing everything on that sheet. And there's, like, 10 different things. And I literally showed him. I was like, look, I've done all of these things. And I've gone to the SI sessions. And, like, I was like, if you have resources, like, I'll be willing to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go and, like, take extra. Like, if you have extra multiple choice questions from somewhere, like, I'll take them. Like, I'm willing to spend more of my time on your class to do this. And he just wasn't helping. And so I emailed him so many different things. And then he finally said yes to one of them at a community college by my house. And
so why aren't you doing that one?
Okay, let me finish.
Okay.
Gosh, okay. So I went to, like, the community college's website, and they didn't have, like, a summer schedule up yet. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just call them, like, no problem, whatever. Call the department head, and no one would get back to me. Literally no one. Like, the first day that I called her was, like, sometime in March, like, early March, and no one got back to me and I was like, whatever, I'll just wait till April, like, 11th or something, when that was when their schedule came out. And I was like, the reason I wanted to call in March was, like, because it was 2 separate classes that I had to take at the community college. And they're usually classes that, like, you take one before the next one. And so usually you can't really take them together at the same time. And I was like, I know this is going to be a problem because I want to talk to a human being and tell them that this isn't going to work. And I called them, and no one would get in touch with me. And so then I waited till April, and then I found out that the courses conflict. I would have to miss lab for one of them in order to go to lecture to the other one. And so I was like, literally, like, I wanted to talk to you in March about this, and no one picked up. And I, like, left several voicemails, and, like, I even emailed people, and, like, no one got back to me, and I was so frustrated. And I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm so done with this. And then I emailed my professor back, and I was like, looks like the one that you said was okay isn't going to work, so I'm going to keep searching. And I sent him 4 more after that. So, like, there was the first 8, and then the 8th one he had said yes to. And then I sent him 4 more, so 12. 12 different colleges, 12 different universities, and none of them were okay with him. He's like, this is, like, there's this and this is fine, but there's, like, this doesn't, it's not in the curriculum, so like, I won't do it.
Could you not take, like, one course this summer?
Well, see, so I tried, but then my advisor was like, no, because you will, like, you have to extend your program for a year. Like, I have to finish it before my sophomore year starts.
Okay.
And I was like, well, okay, well, I'm trying, but like, this is the best that I can do. And so now, like, my very last option is that I have to take it here at Purdue, which means I only get to go home for a month over summer. And it's, like, hard enough being so far away from them as it is. And I was just like, I'm so irritated by the whole thing. I was like, I'm over it.
Yeah, no one's being helpful to
No
you.
one. And I was like, I don't understand why. Like, what did I do? I'm a good person. Like,
yeah, you
what
tried
did I do?
so hard.
I tried really, really hard. And I was like, I don't know. And now I have to, like, find money to pay for summer because it's a lot. Because I have to stay here, too. Like, I guess the nice thing is, like, I'll get the grade for it. So, like, it'll help my GPA and stuff. But I still want to be at home. Like,
but also the courses here are pretty expensive.
They're, and, like, just,
and you
like,
have to
well, like,
find
and,
housing.
okay, so, like, wait. So, I'm, like, out of state, too. And so, they just, like, ridiculously add, like, $600 to it. And I'm like, why? Why? Just because I don't live here? Like, my good luck that I don't live here. But, like, I was like, I'm so, and so I emailed him, and I was like, there's a wedding, so, like, this class will end in August, like, the actual instruction ends, like, August 2nd or something, but then I think the final is, like, the week after, and so there's like, a wedding in my, like, immediate family that's happening in August, on, like, the 6th, but since it's, like, my actual family, they're like, oh, we really want you guys to help, and, like, you know, like, I grew up with these people, like, we're gonna have to be there, and so they were like, come on August 4th, and so I was like, okay, well, that shouldn't be a problem. Like, I was like, most professors are fine with, like, letting you take the final early, and, like, it's a summer class, like, what would the problem be?
California.
For real. And I was like, okay, well, I talked to my advisor about it, and I was like, so I was thinking about emailing him and just asking him, like, straight up right now, before the class even starts, just, like, I'm, like, this my last option in California, you said it was, like, it wasn't a good, like, you weren't going to do it, and I was like, fine, made my peace with it, and now I'm going to take it here, I'm going to, like, find money to do it here, but I, like, wanted to take the final early, and usually people are like, no, you can't because cheating, but I'm literally going to leave the state after I take it, like, I'm literally going to leave, and she was like, you can try, but other students have had, like, similar situations in the past, for more pressing things than weddings, and he hasn't let them take the final early. And I was like,
okay, that is so,
like, you don't even, like, I was like, I don't understand what more I can do, because I feel like I've been constantly hitting a wall with him.
Yeah.
Like, he's just not, and I get it, like, he's really, like, it's his class, like, he wrote the textbook and everything, and so obviously he's, like...
But that doesn't make him God.
But I was, like, you would think that... Because there were some classes, like, there were quite a few where he emailed me back, and he was like, all of the topics are there, but they're not as in-depth as my class is, so no. And I was like, I mean, it's a summer class. Like, summer classes usually aren't as in-depth as regular semester, just because, like, they're designed to, like, help students pass and, like, get the grade for them. And I was like, well, I don't know, I was just so irritated.
The fact that you were willing to work with him the first semester and he's not willing
and
to work with you at all.
Like, I don't know. I was really irritated by it, and now I, like, have to find, like, $6,000.
But, by the way, if you need somewhere to, like, stay, I think one of my friends is trying to sublet her apartment.
See, but I'm, like, I already, like, found all that stuff. I was like, they were just like, I was like, whatever. Like, my mom and I talked about it. We were like, I'm just gonna stay.
Because it might be cheaper to go to an apartment.
But, like, I'm not really, like, comfortable. Cause, like, you know, because, like, I don't really
and you'll be alone, too.
Yeah, and I'll be by myself. And, like, I won't really know anybody. And it's, like, summer, too, so it's kind of, like, isolated. I just feel, like, safer if I was on campus or something. But it was just the worst.
That I'm so angry for you.
It was awful. Like, don't even get me started. Or, like, I guess I already started.
You already started.
I already started.
It's fine.
I feel like that was 5 minutes.
I'm fully angry for you. Like, that is... Oh, I need your password. You're gonna be my video.
Oh, it's like